to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Man Talk Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Woo!
What's happening, good people? Let me ask you a quick question. When did you first realize that you were getting older? We're gonna get into some of that tonight. So, but before we get into all of this, ladies and gentlemen, get you some bubbly, some some sparkling apple cider, something.
Get you some of that yak.
We want you to raise your glass.
Raise the glasses
to my boy and his wife.
Oh man,
celebrating 33 years.
That's a long time when you're
33 years.
When you're 35. Oh, that's a long time. That's a long time
of marriage. 33 years of marriage. Here's the 33 years.
33 years, man.
Toasting the Lewises. Ting, ting, woo woo. We need some celebration music or something. I don't know. What say? We did it.
We did the thing.
We did the thing. Okay, I guess you can get it here now. All right. Happy anniversary.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Trying to get in the album.
To my homeboy, my brother, comedian John Yogi, and his lovely wife, Miss Cheryl Lewis. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
33 years. That's a long time, bro.
Yes. You know you've been married a long time when your wife is in all your pictures. When you look back over your life, you be trying to find pictures that she not in.
Man.
She was, as a matter of fact, our baby pictures were right next to each other. She is in all. When I say all of my pictures, she is in all of my pictures. And I mean that, all of my pictures.
Oh man, that's a show enough blessing, man. Lots of people don't make it that far. Don't make it that long.
I wouldn't have it no other way though. She loved my life.
That's good, man.
Have no other
That's
way.
good. Y'all heard it first. The love of his life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So if you can one thing that you can attribute to 33 years, what would be the thing? Gerard said, congrats, Team Lewis.
Yay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. You say
if it's one thing you can say, if we didn't have this, man, ain't no way.
Oh man.
What's the one thing you can attribute to 33 years?
Man, I can say I owe everything to Christ, man. If it wasn't for God being our center, there's no way we listen to me when I tell you.
Yeah.
There ain't no way we still be together. And because my wife having a love for Christ helped her love me the way I needed to be loved and vice versa.
Boy, you saying something now, boy.
Hey man,
you didn't say it something.
I'm saying that's real talk because I remember one day, I know this wasn't scripted, but I remember one day I was doing the fool and I came home and I was trying to go to sleep because I was tired. You know, the deviling is tired. Make you tired.
Said deviling
make you tired. I came home from deviling one evening. I was laying in the bed and Cheryl was walking around the bed and she was praying, had her all praying. Praying and speaking in tongues and stuff, brother, and they wouldn't let me go to sleep. And from that moment on, this the thing, she wasn't nagging me. She wasn't doing nothing. She was just being that praying woman that I needed her to be.
Yeah.
For me to change. And I can honestly go back to that particular moment and say, you know, I can't keep doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, real talk.
Changed him.
Yeah.
Boy.
Couldn't sleep, man.
Y'all, some of y'all gotta fight for this marriage thing. You got to fight.
Yeah.
You gotta fight. It's easy. It's easy to give up. And I know people say, no, it ain't easy. Yes, it's easy to give up. If you give yourself a way out,
no, you're gonna take it.
You're gonna take
You're
it.
gonna take it. Absolutely.
You're gonna take it.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's not prolong the time.
Let's not. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's do this.
Mm.
We're in turn up mode for the next 3 days.
Yeah, my boy gonna be turning up for real. All right. So let me remind everybody, this is Man Talk Mondays. It's an open forum where we give you the rational realities of relationships, but of course we're doing it from a man's perspective. Keep in mind, this conversation is not just for men. We want everybody to join in and participate. How you do this, you go into the comment section, leave your comment, leave your question. This is how you talk to us, but by all means, we want to hear from you. Kinfolk, where you at? Pull up, come holler at your boys, right? So what we getting into tonight? I said, when was the time that you realized that you were getting older? So we talk about tonight, do I still have it? Do I still have it? Coping with the challenges of getting older.
No, you don't. That's I'm gonna give the answer now, and I'll give it to you again later. But for the most part, man, I want to say and that depends on what you're still trying to have.
Okay. I remember the episode of Martin when Martin took the ring off. He took the ring off,
trying to see if he still had
it. He went to the gym and walking around, and he trying to see if he still could attract a woman.
Yes, I remember that.
Why would a man feel like he lost it?
Well, the longer you marry, once you married, it's funny. We often want what we can't have. Now we long to be married until we're a married man and a married woman. Now we continue to looking on the other side to see that to make sure we're not missing anything while we married.
Oh wow, missing something. My wife says, "You still got it, husband. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo thing, boo boo." She said, but only for me.
Yeah,
absolutely. Cause I only have
Oh.
But nah, I was we were in the store today, and I was getting something out of the cooler or whatever, the little freezer thing. And this white guy walked by me. He said, hey, who you play ball for? I said, what? He said, who you play ball for? I said, nobody. He's like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, so you think I play ball, huh? You like,
basketball, football.
I would assume football.
Oh, okay.
I would assume football. I ain't played football in 30 years. 30 years I ain't played football, bro. It's been a long time. But
made you feel good.
Yeah. How do you feel when you get compliments and you get older? I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's a compliment. You're supposed to feel good about it. That means you've managed to stay at least where people can see what you used to be, even if you don't physically have it no more. You look like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So y'all let me know. Have you ever been kind of questioning yourself, and all of a sudden you get a compliment? How does that make you feel? How do you feel about that compliment? Does it reinvigorate you to get that compliment from somebody? Tell me, let me know. So this getting older thing, what was the thing that let you know when you first realized, oh yeah, things a little different?
Well, you know, it's funny, the body the body is trying to tell you that things are changing, but the mind is constantly saying, don't you do that. Don't you do that. Man. But you're like, no, it's the constant fight. I'm ready to tell you, it's the constant fight. I got a friend of mine that he has a motorcycle.
Okay.
And he was saying, man, I remember when I used to go out, I could go out on my motorcycle and I would park, and all of the young ladies would be all over me. He said, so now when he go out and he parks, all of the older ladies are all over him. And he's like, I don't understand, John. I'm dyeing my hair. I'm doing all this. But it's like, it's like younger women and older women can sniff out that age.
Oh man. Bruh.
Yeah.
Y'all let me know when was the first time you realized you were getting older. What about the first time somebody called you sir?
Oh man.
A kid called you sir.
No. They called me old school.
Oh,
I was
not old school.
We was over in the mall, and I was walking to the car, and this kid, he might have been. I called everybody. That's how you know you get old too. You call everybody kid.
Right.
So this kid I saw, he might have been, I don't know, early 20s, 18, 19.
Yeah.
And he say, he spoke and said, "How you doing?" He said, "What's up, old school?" And I was like, and it's funny, my wife always is there to say, "Honey, he talking to you."
Oh man, this dig might be a little further, huh?
She's always gonna remind me, "Honey, he's talking to you."
Oh man,
all the time. Yep.
Dr. Selena says compliments are nice, but they mean more coming from the one who has your heart. And interesting point, though. Interesting point, because 33 years, me and my wife, 15, you can get complacent.
Oh, absolutely.
In your relationship, especially your marriage, you can get complacent because you see the person all the time. Y'all see each other every day. And so being mindful of giving those compliments, and if they not coming, then all of a sudden it come from somewhere outside.
And it don't matter how long you've been together.
Yeah.
Compliments need to be a vital part of the relationship. What did it say? Reassurance and confirming are very important. They're important in a young person's life, and they're also important in an adult person's life, because we constantly need reassurance, because we're constantly in our head about how we look. Am I good enough? What are people thinking? Am I pretty enough? Am I handsome enough? Am I tall enough? am I gaining too much weight? I mean, we're constantly in our head,
right?
Talking because we constantly want to be better. If that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have hair transplant stuff. They wouldn't be selling wigs. They wouldn't be selling makeup. There's always stuff to improve yourself, because we're constantly on ourselves about how we look and how we feel about ourselves.
So as it's centered around, let me get Dr. Selena. She says, I remember this one time we were chilling together, and this guy asked me to tell my dad something, referring to John.
Well, then this is the thing. What people don't understand. I've been gray. I've been gray since I was about 20.
What?
I was bald headed at 28. I started my hair, but I think I've been gray since my early 30s, and I dyed my hair for the past maybe 15 years. So I'm like 45, 46, and after a while, I got tired of it because it is a chore.
Oh man!
As a matter of fact, I dyed my hair about 3 or 4 months ago, and it is a chore. And also, I think Cheryl wants me to be gray with her.
Oh,
so every time I say, "Hey, I'm dyeing my hair black," I can't go with this gray. She's like, "Why are you always messing with it? Sit down somewhere." She fully embraces her gray hair. Whereas I'm a little more. I'm a little more. I don't want to be gray. But
that's early though. It's early to be grand. Afia says, I had 20/20 vision, and then I started holding papers from a distance to read what things say. Shaking my head. The beauty and grooming business is $1 billion industry for a reason. Absolutely. You're talking about insecurities and playing on people's insecurities. Makeup, the Botox and plastic surgery. Oh, especially plastic surgery, man. These people looking like aliens around here now. These celebrities and stuff. Oh,
especially the weight loss thing, the Ozempic. That's the new crack.
Oh man.
And I got a girl in my job she's taking Ozempic, and she's scared to stop taking it. She is real. Oh my gosh, she lost so much weight. She's real little. Right. And she's like, but if I'm scared to stop taking it, because I hear when you stop taking it, back up. you blow up past what you were.
Yeah. I heard the blow up is really because you hadn't really changed habits.
You're still doing the same thing.
You're still doing the same thing. So that weight,
like anything else.
Yeah.
Like anything.
That weight, like they say in the Bible, it finds 7 more pounds and come back. Each pound brings 7 more friends, and they come back strong.
It's like Monday.
First time.
It's like Monday way behind Friday.
Oh, bro. Oh man. Oh man. But nah, but that hole in the paper out there, that's a real one, man. I realize I have to adjust the way I look at paper now to kind of.
Oh no, I'm gonna do you one better.
What's that?
How about being in the restaurant with the dim lights and they bring you the and you're trying to read the menu? It's like, am I 90 right now? Because I can't read this menu. Now you got to get your cell phone out. You're trying to have your cell phone in the light so you can see, or you yell out, put the light on over this area so we can see, because we can't see nothing over here. We cannot see a thing.
You carry some readers around in your pocket.
Man. dude, you know it's funny because I was gonna do a clip that says, when is it okay for you to bust your readers out?
Okay.
When is it okay for me just to say, you know what, I can't see, and I'm putting my readers on?
Yeah. Them readers. And then your body start doing all kinds of, you get injuries just from walking.
No. See, you can't talk about this. I want you to, I can't. No, you can't talk about it like I can talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Every time I walk by the bathroom, I got to go in it. Every time I'm up in the bathroom all night. I'm in the bathroom all day. Every time I see a bathroom, I think, well, let me go in it and try. And lo and behold, there it is. Every time I walk in. Okay, now go ahead, sir. But it's so much. It's so beautiful.
What's up, Miss Keisha? Welcome in. Hey, man, it's real. Your body starts to not respond like you're used to it responding.
Absolutely.
But your mind still thinks that it will respond in that way. Kevin Hart was racing.
That's right, sure did.
He's racing, trying to race a football player or something.
A professional dude.
He pulled a stomach muscle. How do you pull a stomach muscle? Because running.
You use a muscle that you haven't used before.
Oh man.
And let me say this. When you get over a certain age, you should never break out in the sprint. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. There should be nothing on earth that makes you sprint because you're gonna tear something. Hamstring, leg, it's gonna be a cramp, it's gonna be something that you're gonna tear if you are sprinting.
Yeah, you better learn how to shoot by 40. So you can't tell me running from stuff.
You better learn how to trot.
Pia says, John said, well, let me go in and try.
I'm just saying this there. It's waiting all the time. As soon as I get up from here, I'm going right in the bathroom.
You're going right in the bathroom.
Right in the bathroom.
But does it shake your confidence when you start to realize that if something were to chase me now, I probably can't get away like I used to?
You know, it's funny. Does it shake your confidence? How do you say hell yeah?
In how many languages?
And still be confident when you say it.
Boy.
Oh, hell yeah. Because absolutely it does. The older you get, the more, because this is the thing, guys. We still want to be relevant. Now, I don't know where relevant means. Relevancy for me is different for you. Yeah. I want to be relevant in the comedy industry where people, this is me. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Okay. I want to be known. I want to walk into a place and people know who I am. So I have to be relevant.
Right.
And the older you get, the more difficult it is to be relevant. And so now you got this thing in your head where you're trying to say, okay, I'm not going to be relevant by the way I look. Wait a minute, my six pack no more is not going to make me relevant. Yeah. I'm not tall and handsome, so that's not going to make me relevant. so you're constantly trying to come up with ways to figure out what can I do to stay relevant? Because you're competing. And now this is the thing.
Yeah.
Who you competing with?
Oh man. Real. Keisha Walker says, if something chases me, I'm dead. She said, just lay down, Keisha. Don't even try.
Just play dead.
Say, Lord, it's my time. It's my time.
There was this dog. If you came up behind the dog, he would be scared. He would be scared to act like he died. Just and that's me. I don't have the energy or the strength to play dead. I'm gonna play dead.
But you know, when you younger, you got this invincibility about yourself.
Oh, that leaves quick.
Oh, you think I can play around, this will last forever, it's not gonna happen to me, and all of this type of stuff. You could go to sleep at 2, hop up at 6, no problem, and keep it moving.
It's quite the opposite when you get older, because anything you do can possibly kill you. Whereas when you're younger, you think you can't die.
Oh man!
When you're older, you think everything is about to kill you. You think everything is a heart attack. Oh my God, it's a heart attack. I got a real bad headache. I'm having a heart attack. Oh, I stubbed my toe. Is this a heart attack?
You hop on Google and start diagnosing yourself.
Yes, every time.
You're like,
every
I didn't feel it the other day.
I got a really bad stomach ache. It's a heart attack. Everything, because we're scared that everything is going to kill you. That's the difference when you're older than young. That's the difference. You think everything is a heart attack and it's going to kill you.
And that's one of the most, because like riding rides at a park.
Oh, you don't do that when you get old. It's an age limit, ain't it? If it ain't, it should be.
I don't think it's an age limit.
It should be an age limit on it.
Think about your thought process. Don't you think of everything that could happen? Man, what if this seatbelt come off? What if a boat not tight or something like that? Why do we start to do that when we get older? Now, when we're young, we ride all the rides. I remember this one time, my wife worked for this company and they bought out the park, Six Flags, bought it out.
Y'all rode everything. Y'all rode everything.
You know, there wasn't no lines in there, so we rode everything. I would not do that now. No. Just the. I remember on the I want to say it's the Batman or the Mr. Freeze, where when you get on the thing and it goes and it goes and the whole time I'm doing my heart like this. I want to get out. I want to get out. Like no, you in there now.
Yeah, exactly.
You in there now.
No, I'm not getting on there.
Keisha said if I go to sleep at 2, I'm not getting up until 10, maybe 11. Better get them hours in. Mm-hmm. She said, matter of fact, I'm getting in the bed now. If he says, oh, also when the TV is too loud, turn it down. Right, your tolerance for noise, everything begins to drop off. She says, yes, those roller coasters, I hung it up. I thought my heart was going to come out of my chest. Exactly. Hey, man, you ain't built for that no more. Once you hit a certain age, you are not. That's for kids. That is for kids. And leave it to them.
We don't embrace, I want to say we don't embrace getting older like we should. It should be celebrated.
Okay.
We should be celebrated getting older. And instead, as we get older, we're trying to find ways to keep up with younger people.
And I was just going to say, what would cause a person not to celebrate getting older?
Because if I'm still single, now I'm in competition with those younger women trying to get the same guy.
Still single.
Yeah.
Paula says, I know when COVID was on the rise, I would cough and say, I know darn well I don't have COVID.
Oh, COVID had everybody scared.
Had to think about heaven real.
Everybody scared. COVID had you get your affairs in order when COVID was around here.
Oh man, and you sitting up your timber. Say I'm sending up my timber. Hey man. But it's a reality check. It's a reality check. You said a second ago, one of the things that will make you regret getting older is, like you said, if you single. I've heard a lot of podcasts. I've heard a lot of people say, especially for women, and women, y'all listening, you can chime in and let me know how you feel about it. Being single, you became so career oriented. You didn't have kids. You don't have a husband or nothing like that. You've been single. Now you on this side of life. And they say that women tend to regret that.
Oh, well, and I want to say this. And one of my sister, Selena, checked me today. She said, I often make things about gender. So I'm going to do better with that. Okay. So I'm going to say not only single women, I'm going to say women, period. Women often wait until they're older to settle down and try to figure out exactly what it is they want to do if they hadn't did it already. And I remember I did a birthday, 50-year-old birthday for this guy in Fort Worth a couple of years ago. And as I was getting ready for his birthday, my 50th was coming. And I just remember thinking 50 is such a great birthday because it allows you to celebrate what you've accomplished. But it also has you looking at what you hadn't accomplished.
Oh wow.
You have now started up that great hill, or either of success or either failure, and you're trying to figure out a way to satisfy yourself with the rest of your life so you can live it the way you want to live it.
And that's the trick of youth. Youth gives you this illusion of time, like you got it.
Boy, ain't that the truth?
It gives you this illusion like, oh, I got time to do this, I got time to do that. And then you look up, you turn around, you 35, you 40, you 45, and you like, oh my goodness, where did the time go? And it's the people who take advantage of the time on the front end who have more joy or have more appreciation for on the back end. Yeah. It's like an investment. You know, if you put it in early, you let it sit there.
That's true.
Later on, it's going to be worth a whole lot more than if you wait to the last minute and drop it in there.
But because we want instant gratification for what we're doing, we often don't get to have a lot of the wins that we should have early until later.
Oh wow! What's some instant gratification things that rob us of that satisfaction of getting older?
Investing. It's a commercial that says, don't let your old you hate your young you.
Oh wow.
Because you're living for the day.
Man.
You're living for today.
Man.
And when we get older, we live for yesterday. So when today comes, we don't have anything for today. If you invest $100 every month, and I know we say all the time, in 20 years you have $3 million. Right. It's some shoes,
bro,
birds,
you saying something.
it's cars and stuff I want to do.
You saying something.
When I'm younger, and it's funny, me and Cheryl have been married. And Cheryl been married 33 years. 25 of the 33 years we were struggling.
Oh wow.
So the last, and I promised her, just it's coming. Just better days are coming. Just hold on. Hold on. You're gonna walk in the house one day and you're gonna have to look to see if the light's on. I promise it's coming. But again, man, because we wanted instant gratification rather than waiting for doing things smarter and working harder for later.
Yeah, Keisha says, I can't celebrate getting older because I know I won't last past 9. Remind me of that Sinbad. Sinbad said, you got to take naps to go out.
Oh, sure. It better be a good one, too.
Right. And Phil says, it's also society that makes people feel ashamed of getting older. But ageism, I think is what they call it.
That is, and to Phil's point, but the problem is we are allowing society to tell us how we should age or what we should be doing.
Oh, man. Yeah.
When no, it's up to you. You can either age gracefully or miserably. Yeah. And the way to age gracefully is being happy and living life to the fullest.
And see, it's that living life to the fullest thing. You just said something a minute ago. Don't let your older you despise your younger you.
You better say that. That's
that's saying a whole lot because that's the tragedy of, to me, that's the tragedy of poverty. The tragedy of poverty is you're in survival mode all of the time. And a lot of times you're not aware of when you can pull up.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So you do everything for today. You don't plan for tomorrow because survival was your mode. Survival was how you dealt with life. It was how you handled life. And so even when you get to a place where it's like somebody talking about they drowning in 4 feet of water and you say, you like, hey, stand up.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand up. You still feel like you're drowning, but you got power over that now. You're making enough money to be okay and all of this, but you're still stuck in survival mode. And survival mode is all about right now.
Absolutely.
Ain't no planning for savings. Ain't no planning. But when you're in survival mode, that's one of the greatest tragedies of growing up poor. Coming up poor as a kid is you don't know how to recognize when you're thriving.
I'm let's put it in the way they can understand.
Okay, break it down.
The way when you're winning.
Yes.
Oftentimes at young ages, we get so used to losing, because we came from families that were struggling.
Mhm.
Oftentimes when we start winning when we're younger, we don't recognize what a win
Wow.
is.
Wow.
And a win
Yeah.
simply is making enough money to support yourself and being able to put something back for a rainy day.
Wow.
That's winning.
That's winning.
That's as simple as that's I can't
winning.
make winning sound no more simpler than that.
That's winning. I think we make winning being able to take care of everybody.
Now we make winning being able to drive whatever kind of car or house we want.
It's material.
It's
Winning becomes material.
Absolutely.
And we miss a whole lot. We lose out on a lot of time. And so age is creeping up on you. The older age is creeping up on you year after year. And the thing about the way it seems like time speeds up. When you are young, when you're 10 years old, a year is a 1/10 of your life. But the older you get, a year is a smaller amount of time. So as you get older, it seemed like we blinked and 2023 was gone.
And we already in 2024. And it's almost May.
It's almost May in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
How have you decided to capture time? How have you decided to grab a hold of time and say, hey, don't get away from me? I'm asking y'all, what are you doing to grab a hold of time and not let it get away from you, because you recognize that, hey, it is slipping away real fast? What about you? What are you doing?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I try to make sure I do what I enjoy doing every day.
Yeah.
I try to make sure I spend time. I spend the time with the people that I love, and I do something for me. I do something. It's funny. We go to jobs and stuff every day that we hate, and it's not about the job.
Right.
I think what'll make us happier if we give everything we do a purpose.
Wow.
Because the older we get, the more I understand, okay, I can hate this job, but eventually it's going to start hating me back. And the same with churches. We go to churches sometime as a club or place we see our friends. But if we gave church the purpose it's supposed to have, it will be more meaningful. I just think it's about giving your life meaning.
Right.
Every part of your life, some type of meaning.
Right.
And if you give it purpose like you're supposed to, then it'll take on meaning.
Yeah. Kevin Lewis says time moves faster because of all those naps. Right. You wake up and you 40. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty funny.
It's like, why y'all didn't wake me up?
Because it is about that. It's all about that. It is all about that.
You got to be strategic with the naps.
Man.
The older you get.
A nap on Sunday after church is priceless.
Oh man, what you talking about? Ephia says prioritizing my time with people. Prioritizing my time with people. You begin to cherish the relationships a lot more, especially because the older you get, people not here no more.
Oh man.
People not here no more, man.
It's funny because I used to work at a job to where everybody was around my age.
Oh wow.
And I've been at the same place now for about 24 years now. And I know it's odd. I'm the kind of dude, I get somewhere and I sit down somewhere. I'll be trying to move.
Right, me too.
So I've been out here and it's funny. You have all these people with you together, and throughout your progress, people start falling off for whatever reason. They die in here. This one died on a bicycle accident. This one died doing this, and just people fall off for different reasons, man. And you realize how much of a blessing every day is. Because listen, I had a heart attack a year and a half ago. I had a heart attack, and I'm thinking, and you know what I thought? Lord, you are tripping. Because I know you not finna take me out of here. I got too much to do.
Man.
I got too much to do. I do it. I just remember thinking, I know you tripping. But again, blood pressure was really high. I wasn't taking my medicine like I was supposed to. It was a lot of stuff going on.
So Paulie Young said, that's good, John. But how did that change your perspective on life, especially around health? How did that change your perspective?
You take it a lot more serious when you realize how this is connected to this. If you don't do this, it's going to affect you here, especially in the older you get. Also, you don't fear as much It's when you're staring death in the face. You don't
Oh,
fear
wow.
as much. It used to be. It's kind of funny. So when we would be coming, me and my wife like to go down to the casino all the time.
Yeah.
So when we come back from the casino, we have to go up the bridge to get on 121 to come back home.
Right.
It's a big old tall bridge,
Yeah,
like a roller coaster.
the bridges around here are
Oh my
just
God,
high.
they're
They're
crazy.
high.
And so I would get up on the bridge and I'd be kind of scared. And so I would kind of slow up, like, man, I hate this bridge. It's so big and long. You know, feel like you're gonna fall off or something.
Right, right.
I'd be so scared. After I had the heart attack, I'd be like, because you understand.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
man, at
life's
any
short,
point,
man.
life is short. At
Yeah.
any point, you can leave here. So,
Oh, man.
yeah.
Dr. Selena says, I constantly document moments, whether it's just in my phone or social media, so time doesn't fly by without me taking it all in. She absolutely does. She absolutely does. And I used to get irritated about it, but I had to realize she is capturing a lot of things. And at some point, that's going to really matter because you get a chance to show that to other people and even show yourself and just say, you know what? This thing has been a little bit better than I give it credit for.
Oh, because the good old days are always when we look back on them.
Oh, man.
But
Yeah.
I want to make sure I make the days I'm living the good old days.
Mm.
And now I don't want to have to look back to reminisce about, man, remember when it was like that? No. Remember
right.
now, I can
Right.
walk, I can do this. I'm able to go do that. Remember when we went over there last week? Remember we did this? Because listen, I am blessed and I have great friends and we do everything together.
Yeah.
And speaking
Yeah.
of which, I got a call from my lawyer today. I'm gonna have Selena to sign the NDA when she with me. All my stuff seems to be getting out. I got a video today of some stuff that happened the other day.
Oh, she just keep it for personal records.
Okay,
She just keep
all
it-
right. But it came up on my desk, so I really want to see it on my desk. So I'm just saying.
It's called humble insurance to keep you humble. So when you start getting out of hands, you say, "Oh, really? Let me pull this out. You remember this? Huh? You remember this?" So you be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let me chill out.
My
Let me chill
lawyer
out."
said we're gonna have a talk about that. Yeah, well, again, I got great friends, man. I think it's funny because you don't never realize how much you need people until you get older.
Yeah. And that's a good question. How have your relationships with friends, how have a relationship with friends changed as you've gotten older? You know, think about that. Do you cherish your friends more? Are you a little bit less tolerable of some people now?
And that's what I was gonna say.
You're older.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It makes you more tolerable because when you're young, man, I was hot-headed. I was telling everybody what I think, and I still do, but it's a way to do it to where it's not offensive. You're not turning people off with it.
Yeah.
Now, as you get older, you cherish the friends, and I want to keep the ones I got because at any moment you can do or say something to end our friendships.
Yeah.
Hey, and when we want to say, but I was just being honest.
Wow. What about just tolerating foolishness? You got a shorter fuse for foolishness now?
You do, but what you do, you just separate yourself from it.
Okay, so that's the wisdom.
It's a way to even speak to that part of it. It's a way, man. Listen, one thing you do learn getting older, man. Older don't make you wise. And so, when you see that you're dealing with people that need some wisdom or lacking thereof, you kind of deal with them a different way.
Yeah. Are you saying that's a big misconception that people have, that you just automatically get wiser from getting older? Time doesn't really do anything for you. It's what you do with time that increases or even decreases you. So are you using the time to become more wise?
In the book of life, as you're looking at life, you're constantly should make us smarter is the experiences and the thing we go through. It should make us smarter, but it only makes us smarter if we're willing to learn from them.
Yeah.
Because if we hard headed, no, I'm gonna do it my way. You keep bumping your head, and I would love to say people don't do that, but that's not exactly true. People do what they want to do most of the time. Kevin
says, I think as you get older, it's quality over quantity.
Oh, absolutely.
I absolutely agree. Mm-hmm. And a tragic thing to witness is an older person who hasn't recognized they've gotten older?
Oh, I'm gonna put a pin right there. What I need you guys to do right now, I need y'all to like, share, and subscribe to this wonderful podcast. Don't you love it? Don't you enjoy it? If you do enjoy it, I need you to like, share, and subscribe. And for all my people, my TikTok fans, like us and follow us on TikTok as well, because we're trying to get this out to the masses. And this is your favorite podcast, Man Talk Mondays through Sundays. So tell your friends, tell everybody. So now let's get back to Do I Still Have It? Coping with the challenges of getting over. I was going to say coping. Reading is a bad thing, ain't it?
And listen, we all know somebody who is struggling with getting older. And, you know, it's time to let it go.
But
it's time to let it go. We're going to play a game called It's Time to Let It Go.
Okay.
What are some things that people are holding on to too long that it's time to let go the older they get?
This is right off the cuff for me. You didn't give me no warning about the game or nothing.
Y'all can play along too. It's time to let it go. What are some things that it's time for people to let go? Think about somebody. You know somebody who holding on way too long.
Oh,
and you like, listen, you too old for this now. It is time to let it go. What are some things that it's time for some people to let go?
I think there needs to be a I know this sounds crazy,
Mhm.
but there needs to be an age limit on clubbing.
Clubbing. All right.
Because just because you can walk and still dance, don't mean you need to be 80s and 90s in the club. You do not need to be picking up chicks in the clubs when you're 70s. I just no.
You 60 years old doing a Dougie.
No. Listen, I am 60 is not that far away for me or Cheryl. And you would not catch us Dougie in the club. No, we want to be spending time with our grandkids.
They call everybody nephew. Look out, nephew.
Yeah, man. No. What you got?
I would say the clothes. Dress like you grown. Dress like you grown.
Well, see, the problem with that is if I am a 6 and I am grandmama, I think I saw a picture of a grandmama that was doing her thing. And she was dressed like, I want to let the world know. I want to say she had a crop top on with some nice jeans on. It was black out up in there.
She still had it.
Oh, she had it. The bag was wrinkled and heavy.
Oh no!
But nevertheless, she had it. And so how can you tell grandmama, baby, act your ass? She like, well, shoot,
it's time to let it go.
I still got it. She trying to see if she still got it or not.
Dr. Selena says those ghetto braids over 40. I remember seeing Al Lipscomb. I think he was. If you got gray hair, no. Not the cornrow braids.
It can't be gray.
No. That's doing too much. I can do locks, fine. That's, you know what I'm saying. But braided, nah. If you got gray, let it go. Kevin says receding hairline.
And I'm gonna fight you on that. I'm gonna fight you on the receding hairline. Listen.
Why are you gonna fight him on the receding hairline?
The hairline? That's too much. No, don't come for the hairline.
If you looking like patches, though.
Man, come on, man. Listen. Y'all don't understand. See, you sit up here with a hairline.
Hold on. No, because you got dudes with they not doing the toupees now. They doing like the hair replacements and all this type of stuff, and it's not real. So that thing get wet and start flipping and flapping and stuff. Paula says the receding hairline and trying to cover it with the black spray.
What you not gonna do is talk about the men with the black spray.
Please stop, because you could get caught in the rain. LOL.
They doing it because they trying to stay relevant, guys. They trying to stay young looking. I was looking at Will Smith. So Will Smith is doing another Bad Boys 9-10, I think.
Oh,
and his hairline, and I'm like, Will, you can't put a little gray in it. Just put a little hint of gray in it. It is jet black.
Jet black.
Like, Will,
Come on,
Will, come on, man. I know you my age, if not older. How you jet black? It just don't even look right, man.
Oh man, somebody whose apartment was up above where they were shooting, and they had a scene. It was obviously a scene where Will and Martin were running.
Oh, they look bad, don't they?
They look old.
Bad. I remember when Will was running in 1 or 2.
Oh, that was the scene, right?
And I saw him running in the last one. I thought to myself, whoa.
How times have changed.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so serious. Like, man, he do not look the same. Oh no!
No! I remember that first Bad Boys 1. He had that perfect stride.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was like one of the biggest scenes in there. He can't do that no more. No.
He got a little old man trot now.
Yeah. So we gonna put on there. Let go, running, sprinting, chasing people.
How about this? How about our action heroes can't be over 55 years old? Stop it. Stop it. Let these young move so these young people can get these roles.
They be hero coaches.
Come on, man. Nobody
listen, be coaching heroes.
Everybody want to stay Superman, though. Nobody want to be his daddy.
Oh, but we need
his daddy.
Oh man. Dr. Selena says the thing is some people get their bodies and swag together when they're older. So now it's time to show out.
Oh, and I get that. I do. I get it.
I can see that. I can see that. But don't have everything out though. You can show out without having it.
Because the older you get, the more classy you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And keyword classy. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what a lot of people lack when they get older. If they still have it. Grandma, you're supposed to be an example for the younger people, and because you're trying to compete with them,
right?
I think that's the issue right there. You're trying to compete with them, so you feel like you got to show as much skin as they do, and their skin is tight. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna talk about
You got to go get somebody pull on yours. You know what I'm saying? Tug it in the direction.
Gotta have a rope to tie it.
Right here looking Asian, and ain't no Asian in you, but.
You said Asian.
Your mind started looking tight the more they pull.
Have you seen Gabrielle Union?
I had not.
She had work done, and she looked like Jada Pinkett.
Oh.
Who else? No. Just ignore it. Just keep calling. Yeah. So I saw it. She looks different. She looks different with the surgery. She looks completely different with the surgery. Wow. But again, trying to stay relevant. Her husband, she's 10 years older than her husband, and she's trying to keep up with him and fight the age off at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I remember Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher.
I remember that.
Oh, I felt sorry for her, man.
I didn't feel sorry for her because I'm like, you half his age.
It was bad. It was hard to watch.
She stayed in there for a minute.
Yeah.
But a 50-year-old woman can't offer a 26-year-old dude nothing, but them 22s can't offer it.
Nah, bro. Yeah. You talking about...
you don't know stamina until you're 22? 22?
Oh, man.
Really?
Bruh.
50 something? Girl, you can go sit down somewhere.
There's a reason why. If you watch any sports, anything, ESPN, if you listen to it, one of the main commercials you're gonna find is testosterone replacement.
Oh, absolutely.
Or ED and divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the commercials. That's all they talk about. Because they know especially men who are listening to sports, they feel a certain way about life. They feel it, and they know where you are. They've done all the statistics and all the type of stuff. They know where you are in life, and that's what they start marketing that stuff to you. And they wouldn't do it if they didn't know people were actually there. Mr. Ken says she was messed up. Oops, yeah. Yes, Kevin says nothing. Saying that for a friend. Right?
I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough. What are some regrets? You have any regrets?
I do. My regret is I didn't. This sounds funny. This sounds crazy. I rushed in. I probably should have been building a life for my family before I had one.
Wow. Wow.
Miss Sher got married. I was 22 and she was 24, and we were trying to figure life out.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure things out, and we got married. And by the grace of God, we stayed together while we were trying to figure it out. But I just wish that I had been smarter about finances and what to do, and it would have made our first 25 years not so tough, because it was really tough. All we had, the great thing about relationships when you don't have money, all you have is love in each other.
Oh man.
And then it actually gets worse once you can buy stuff. Now we got stuff, and we don't love on each other as much as we did when we first were together. It was just us.
Yeah. Because the crazy thing is, and I tell people all the time, most people behave because they can't afford not to. When you can afford not to behave, you see what you're really working with.
Yeah,
and you would hope that you've developed enough character to still maintain when you have plenty, like you did when you really didn't have anything. So, that's something. And let me just tell you, financial literacy doesn't just come with age. It comes with, you got to go find information. You got to study it out, because you still have people later on in life who finally wake up and then they start trying to build late. Not to say that you can't, but time is a huge factor in building.
Absolutely.
It's a huge factor in building. Yeah.
Oh, they do smell funny, don't they? Remember the lady that's had the BBL in the car, and she had the
yeah. So facelifts and time to let go. We're going back to time to let go.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Facelifts.
I'm sorry.
Facelifts, BBLs. Listen,
hold on. The producer ain't got to look so disappointed. She looks so this one like that is not. Okay. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Facelifts, BBLs, all that type of stuff. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Ken says, my regret was not marrying my fiance. Wow. Who was a good woman who I met when I just got saved by the church. But the church had an opinion, and I felt bad staying in the relationship. When I think back, she was the best woman I've met, and I ended it because of what the church thought. Wow. Listen.
Wow.
Let me say this. He also says, now I have stalkers on Clubhouse. Let me say this. One thing you got to recognize, the advice you get from people, make sure they know what they're talking about.
But you got to remember too, it's still advice though. It's not the law. It's not nothing that you have to do. And I think when we're young in Christ, we hold the church and the people in it to a higher regard than we probably should. We should seek wisdom and counseling from people that know that specialize in that.
Oh man,
me and Cheryl was spending so much time at the church.
Wow.
First got married, we was fighting. We was fighting at the church. We was fighting at home. Spending so much time at the church, we wasn't spending enough time being married. And eventually we had to kind of she's so retarded. She's so special. We had to kind of pull back some from that because it wasn't working for us. I mean, we would drive to church and be arguing and fussing the whole way.
Yeah. Yeah. Believe it or not, church can be a hindrance if you're not doing it right. Via says time is definitely a huge factor in building. Absolutely. That's why everybody that do these financial things, they say, if you invest this much money now 20 years later, well, you need the 20 years. So, so you want to definitely go ahead and get into it. As far as regrets go, I would say my regret would probably be the same thing, that I didn't start building sooner, because and it's frustrating because you get older and now you start looking into things and you say, if I had known this then, and applied it then. That's why when I talk to young people, I tell them, listen, time gonna fly by, number one. Number two, lock in right now. Lock in right now, and life will be easier on the back end. You don't want to make life harder on the back end. Listen, hard does not go away until you deal with it.
Yes, true.
It just keeps moving along, but eventually it's going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
So it's best to go and face it, deal with it now, so you can go ahead and get through it. I remember I used to hate doing homework. I was not a fan of homework. I would have an A in a class and have an F in homework and end with a C because I just would not turn in homework. And I just couldn't bring myself to it. But I made a bet with a friend of mine. He was struggling with his grades. I still got good grades, but he was struggling with his grades. So the bet was he had to make a 2.0. No, he had to make a 3.0. I had to make a 4.0. And so I simply just started doing homework. Well, what I discovered, if I went ahead and did the work, I had way more time. I had way more time than I thought. It was me keep pushing it back that created not only more work on the back end, but this feeling of, oh man, I still got to do this. But when I really went ahead and knocked it out, I could relax, I could chill, and I got better grades as a result. So it's the pushing things to the back end that really hurts us. So we got to go ahead and deal with it. So I tell young people that all the time, go ahead and deal with it now. Les Brown would say, if you make your way hard, life will be easy. But if you make your way easy, life will be hard. So we got to learn how to go ahead and do the hard things now, especially when you're young. Listen, that's what youth is for. Youth is the resilience. That's what it's for.
You can
work two jobs. You know what I'm saying?
That don't kill you.
Right. Right. Don't try to do that when you 50 years old.
You're probably working one job and your tolerance is going to be a lot less.
Bro, what
you're going to put up with a whole lot less when you get older.
Absolutely. Well, down to the end, man. What you got for the people?
Final thoughts. My final thought for this evening is I heard something talking about if you think you still got it. I heard something yesterday I thought was really good and I want to share with you guys. And it said, procrastination is the arrogance of thinking that you have an opportunity to do something tomorrow that you could have did today. And I think most of the time we go through our lives thinking we have plenty of time to do something when it's on our heart to get that thing done today. So whatever it is that you've been putting off, it's time to pick that thing up and get that thing done, because that could be stopped. That could be standing in the way of your greatness. And again, people want the best version of you, and that's you being great. You are great whether you know it or not. Well, not you and not you. But the rest of y'all are great whether you know it or not. We just got to start walking in it. And that's my final thought.
You know, the Bible talks about now faith. You can get depressed about the time that's passed and you can harp on that. But as you're doing that, more time is passing. So if you go ahead and start taking care of things now, you go ahead and seize the moment now, you go ahead and learn the thing you need to learn now, you go ahead and invest now instead of bemoaning the time that you've lost. There are people who only, they made it big later on in life, right? You got Colonel Sanders. They say Colonel Sanders was 60 years old before he hit big. So it's not too late. It's not too late. You only fail when you quit. So even though time has passed, a lot of time has passed in your life, you still can make it happen, but you got to do it now. You got to start now. It's not too late to learn. It's not too late to build, but you just have to do it now. So don't waste time. Don't waste time. Seize the moment. Do what you got to do and make it happen now. And that's my final thought.
Man, flew by, brother.
Yeah. 33 years. Whoop, whoop. 33 years celebrating the happy couple.
It's been a blessing, man.
33 years.
it's a hell of a thing being able to live and do life with the person that you call your best friend.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Y'all heard it here, man. Y'all heard it here. You heard it here. It is, right? You're right. You're right. Mr. Ken said, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So let them know real quick where they can find you. For the people that's looking for you.
Social media outlets, John Yogi, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Yogi who? Yogi who? Yogi Lou. John Yogi Lou on all social media outlets. Also Man Talk Mondays on Monday. And we got a new podcast in the works that we'll be bringing before you guys really soon. So stay posted. We'll keep you guys posted.
And for me, you can find me also Overcomers Empowerment Ministries, where we're teaching biblical principles for application. People struggle with application, so that's what we focus on, really applying the word of God, because it works if you apply it. Also, find me on Facebook and also YouTube, Derek Smith, and of course, Man Talk Mondays. Always find me there. And then let me say this: you got 33 years over here, you got 15 over here. If you have some relationship issues, if you are going through relationships or you contemplating getting in a relationship, y'all can reach out to us. Reach out to us, and listen, we're gonna keep it real with you.
We're gonna keep it a buck.
We're gonna keep it a buck. We're not gonna sugarcoat anything, but we want people to succeed in relationships. That's why we do what we do. We want to give people the real deal, so you know what's going on. You're not blindsided by life. We definitely want to help you. So reach out to us, and we can help you. Man Talk Mondays 1@gmail.com. All right, hit your boys up. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. Holla at y'all.
Put
Peace
them
out.
chairs up. Put them ashtrays up. Put them chairs back out of there. Y'all be good.